talk about how to stay disciplined and motivated during a busy season. And tonight I want to make my total message about the narrow path to success. And so that's going to be my little keynote is the narrow path to success. And going to my second slide is the quote that I want to really bring up. First is success doesn't come from what you do occasionally, but what you do consistently. And so tonight, what I want to talk to you about is, as you look at your calendar, you look at your schedule, you look at your life, what is that one thing in your life that must stay consistent for you to be better? And I'm gonna come back to this later, but think about it. What is the one thing that you do occasionally, but you need to do consistently, but you just don't have the maturity right now to do it consistently? Maybe it may be waking up at 4 a.m. for workouts. Maybe it may be waking up at 5 a.m. for workouts. Maybe it may be going into an environment where there's a lot of people who are undisciplined, and maybe they may be eating stuff they don't need to eat and drinking stuff that they don't need to drink, but you don't have the discipline to stay focused on what you need to do. So you start to give in, and then you start to eat what they eating and drink what they're drinking, and then you mess your plan up, or the road to success that you've had, you've kind of went back on it. And so I always like to start things off with a scripture. I love Matthew 7. It says, enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it, but small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life. Only a few will find it. And I love the narrow road. One thing I've noticed about life is that, I mean, there are so many people that want to be successful. Nobody ever raises their hand. And if you have had somebody do this, please let me know. Just raise your hand in the chat, and I give you the floor to kind of say that, because I have never had anybody to raise their hand and say, I want to be a failure in life. I want to be I want to get addicted to gambling. I want to be a drug addict. I want to quit on my family. I want to be unhealthy. Nobody comes into life and raise their hand to be a failure, but people do it every single day. Why? Because the wide road is so easy to take. It's so easy to get up every single day and do what everybody else is doing. It's so easy to follow the crowd. It's so easy to continue to follow people who have no clue or no understanding of how to live a healthy, balanced life. But the narrow road, you just don't stumble upon the narrow road. The narrow road, you actually have to go looking for it. You actually have to search for the narrow road, because only few will find it. Why? Because I think of this analogy as an Olympic athlete. Think of as an Olympic athlete. Olympic athlete has to train every 4 years for one race. Think about that. Every 4 years for one race. Okay. Every 4 years, Olympic athlete have to think about all of the stuff that can take that person, man or a woman, off of the path of being prepared for that one race. Every 4 years, they have to prepare for one single event. And there's so many things that's out there that can pull them into a different direction. So many things that can get them distracted. But it's the narrow road that leads to success. Meaning that I am going to get up and do what I'm supposed to do, no matter what comes my way, no matter who tempts me, no matter who give up on me, no matter if I'm not motivated. I'm going to continue to find the narrow road, and the narrow road is the difficult path. And this is the quote. Listen to it. Discipline is about choosing the narrow, often difficult path, but it leads to growth in life. And you know that. To me, when I think about the narrow, I think about, man, every single day, there is something I must let go of so I can take hold of something that is challenging me to be a better person, period. So many people start their regimen. So many people start their journey. I'm going to eat right. And it's not even, think about this. It's not even about looking like what America says you have to look like. It's about feeling your best. It's about waking up every day and giving your best to the people you love, giving your best to your coworkers, giving your best to your family, giving your best to your friends every single day, not just going through life, barely sleeping, feeling uh, low on energy, not feeling well. It's like all of these things are keeping people but really leaning into that best life. Because why? Because the big broad road is so easy. It's an easy path. It's just what people do. It's like I'm just gonna get up and I'm just gonna do what everybody else do. No, you need to have a plan of like, this is what I'm gonna do, and no matter what comes my way, I'm going to choose the narrow path. It's difficult. I know it's difficult, but if I continue to take those small, healthy steps, it's going to lead to growth and success. My next one, I told you I'm gonna get you off here tonight. I'm gonna be rolling. Why discipline matters, okay? I want you to think about this, okay? Um, think about you coming up to you walking down a road and there's a fork in the road. You have a road that is the path is narrow and is windy, and then you have a road that is wide and easy. Our 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 default is to choose what's easy. It's in us. It's in us to go the easier route. Why? Because none of us like to suffer. None of us like to be challenged. None of us like to be pushed. That's why most of us will hire somebody to really push us out of our comfort zone, to really challenge us, because it's not easy. It's not our default to go the narrow path, but the narrow path, the challenging path, is what grows us up. It causes us to let go of some of the things that has hindered us from growth and take hold of to something new. Let's talk about these points right here. Key points for why discipline matters. Discipline builds character, 100%. You will never know who you are until you have been through some challenging things in your life. Okay, and two things. When you go through a challenging season in your life, you're gonna come out better or bitter. It depends on how you respond to it. Every challenging season that you go through, every challenging workout, this is what I tell my people every time that I take them through a workout. I said the same mindset, the same uh, the same endurance, the same abilities that it takes for you to overcome, to push yourself, to finish in here. It's the same exact mindset. It's the same exact ability that you're going to use to push through life when life gets tough. Why do we get up? Why do I get up at 5 a.m. every day to work out? Because it makes me better. It's sharpening that blade of discipline. Because if I don't continue to sharpen that blade of discipline, the blade get dull. If I don't continue to do something that's going to take me out of my comfort zone, I'm going to get comfortable. I don't want to get comfortable. I want to continue to grow. I want to continue to stretch. I want to continue to push myself to my limits so I can be better, period. Okay? Number two is it helps us stay committed to our goals even when it's hard. Exactly. If you want to build maturity, if you want to have maturation, if you want to become mature in an area of your life, if you want to mature in discipline, you have to be committed. The first time you show up, it's gonna get hard, it's gonna be challenging. But if you continue taking those small steps, it's 1 week turn to a month turn to a year. When you show up to these difficult moments, these challenging workouts, these difficult seasons in your life, they will never be easy, but you will be better. You'll be better because of it. It helps us stay committed. Discipline helps us stay committed because discipline is saying, I must do this consistently for me to get to where I need to go. Okay, like the narrow road, discipline requires making the hard but better choices every single day. What should I eat? How should I treat people? How will I choose to leave a place in my life, an area in my life, better than the way than I left it? When I come into an area, no matter where, if I'm working in a space, no matter if I'm hanging out with friends, no matter what it may be, how will I leave it better? If I come into an area of my life, if I come into an area of someone else's life, what am I going to do to make sure I am doing what's hard so I can become better? And it's the hard, narrow road that leads us to success. Every single day, we got to search for it. Every single day, we got to search for it, man. Like your goals, what are you praying about? What are you writing down? What are the things, what are the things, what are the things that you're doing right now that are going to, what are the seeds that you're sowing right now that are going to help you produce something beautiful 6 months from now, a year from now? Okay, this is what I do know: if nothing happens, nothing happens. If nothing changes, nothing changes, period. Okay, if you want to just do the same thing over and over and over, it doesn't change. But man, if you want to live life with passion, if you want to live life with courage, you want to live life with boldness, man, then you have to step up to the plate and say, you know what? I am going to challenge myself. I'm going to stretch myself to be the best I possibly can. Next one, the challenge of the narrow road. Okay, we talked about Matthew 7. The broad road, everybody finds it. The narrow road, only a few will find it. Okay. The narrow road symbolizes the hard choices we make to stay focused and committed. The path isn't easy, but it's rewarding. It leads to growth. Encouragement. The few, though few choose the narrow road, those who do will find life and strength. So let's just talk about where you at right now. Okay, where you at right now? It's Monday. It's Monday. We have a few more days before we get to the weekend. What do your schedule look like? What do you have in your schedule that is challenging you? Are are is everything in your schedule comfortable and easy? Do you have people in your life that are constantly making you better because they're calling out the best in you? They're pushing you to be better. They're challenging you. Like you need to take a real assessment right now of where you at and where you want to be. Like, look at my schedule. I mean, we're already in October. Okay. We always talk about bright life as this opportunity for us to have a brighter life, for us to live well. But it's an opportunity. It's how we take the opportunity and make something out of it. My question to you is that what are the things in your life that that are helping you constantly become a better version of yourself? You look at your schedule, you look at your calendar. What are the things from the time you wake up? I don't know what time you wake up, from the time you go to bed. Are you listening to podcasts? Are you reading books? Are you going to conferences? Are you hanging around people who are speaking life into you, encouraging you? Are you working out? Are you eating right? I mean, think about, are you praying? Are you do you even have things you pray about? Do you even have things that you really just could say, man, look, this is something I can't do on my own, man. I need help. I need help. I need help. I mean, what is your schedule? How are you pushing yourself and challenge yourself to be just a little bit better? The narrow road. That's the challenge of the narrow road. Why? Because it's easy to throw in the towel on the narrow road. It's easy. It's easy. It's easy just to say, you know what? I give up. It's too hard. It's not working. I don't see the results. I'm just done with it. But I'm telling you what success is. Success, the definition of success is just never giving up, pushing through, endurance, endurance, pushing through, making it through to the other side, period. That's what success is. That's the challenge of the narrow road. Okay. You got to make your mind up. Where are you right now? Only you can answer that question. Where are you right now? Are you on the narrow road, or are you on the broad road? You got to answer that question right now. Next slide. We're almost done. Okay. My last slide. I told you I'm gonna get you off early tonight because I want to respect your time and give you time to get ready for the Zoom. Okay. I want to end with this. Okay. The power of purpose. Okay. Understanding your why. Understanding your why. And I'm going to speak directly to you because as a pastor, man, I do this all the time with my church. Nancy, Miranda, Lori, BJ, what is your why? What is your why? Why do you do what you do? What is your why? Why do you live? Why do you go to work? Why do you want to be successful? Like, what is your why? You have to define it. I can't define that for you, but understand your why gives you the motivation to stay on the narrow road. Understanding your why. You have to have the definition to why do you do what you do? Because when it gets hard, you got to encourage yourself, speak life over yourself of why you started this or why you're going to do this and why you're going to stay committed to this. Because there will be moments when you're on a narrow road and everybody else leave you. Why? Because it's hard. No, it's only 1% of people that do what's hard every single day so they can be better. I said, man, I just met with a woman today, okay? 45 years old. She's pushing around one of these little walker things, okay? She's overweight. She needed hip replacement. And I just sat down and had a conversation with her. I said, tell me about your story. She want me to help her. She said, I've tried everything. I need to lose weight. I tried everything. And I want you to help me. So I sat down and talked to her. I said, tell me, what did you weigh when you was married? She said, when I was married, I was 107. I said, how much you weighed when you after your first child? 160. She's almost 350 right now. Immediately when she told me that, I said, between her first child to where she at now, something happened. Maybe she got depressed. Maybe she threw in the towel. Maybe she lost herself. Maybe she focused so much on everybody else that she lost herself. But somewhere from her first child to now, she lost hope. She gave up. And I'm telling you what a lot of people will say, man, I had to take care of the kids. I had to do all this. What is your why? What is your why? Because if you're going to make an excuse because you're busy and life is challenging, you always throw in the towel. Okay? Because let me tell you something. All of us have different paths, but on that paths, we all going to face our Goliaths. We're all going to face our lion, tigers, and bears. So you got to be ready to fight every single day. You got to make up in your mind that no matter what comes my way, I'm going to do what I got to do so I can be my best. She's at a point right now, 45 years old, 350 pounds. She wants to get to a place so she can enjoy life again. She can enjoy her husband again. She can enjoy her kids again. See, what happens when you throw in the towel and start to get easy and comfortable? What happened? 20 years pass like this and you lose yourself. You don't even recognize who you are. That's what happens when you don't know your why. You got to know your why. You got to understand your why. Your why is what's going to motivate you. When everybody leaves you, when everybody turn their back on you, your why is going to keep you going. It's going to keep you consistent. It's going to keep you consistent. What's your reason for pushing through the busy season? And I'm asking you these questions. Okay, I'm about to end. Okay, so listen to me. All right, Nancy, Miranda, BJ, Lori, listen to me. You need to write these down because I want to come back and check with you. What's your reason for pushing through the busy season? What goals or values are driving your discipline? Okay. Again, I want this image of a person climbing a mountain. I want this image. I got this image of a person climbing a mountain. All right. When you're faced, Nancy, Miranda, Laura, BJ, when you're faced with that mountain, when that mountain shows up in your life, will you climb it? Or will you look at it and say it's too big? I don't have enough strength. Why me? Will you climb or will you complain? Will you climb or will you complain? What will you do? How would you face your mountain? It's not a matter of if, when. We all have mountains to climb. Will you complain or will you climb? Always win the day. This is it. Win the day every single day. That's the narrow road. Win the day. No matter how your day begins or how tough life gets, remember, you have 24 hours to make it count. Each day is an opportunity to improve, grow, get wiser, and finish strong. And I appreciate all of you for being on here tonight. I hope you enjoy it. I gave you a lot of information over the last couple of months. Tonight, I just wanted to speak to your hearts, and I hope you left with something. Hope you left with something. Hope you was encouraged. And yeah, I hope you have a great rest of the night.